in, see if we can go online very, very quickly. Thank you so much for being here. I am waiting for the cue that we have enough people. There you go. Thank you so much for being here. This is Jovanka from JovankaCiares.com, your herbalist, coach, wellness expert, and all around girl that wants the best for you. Thank you so much for being here. This is a Reclaiming Wellness Challenge, day 2, and we will be reading a little excerpt from chapter 2, the chapter about plants, about herbalism, because you know how much I love my plants. If you have not gotten a copy of the book, I will put the description, the link to the page where you can buy the book on the description of the video. And I encourage you to do this. If you pick up a copy of this book, it's literally like honoring your own ancestors. For those of you who are new to me, this book is a labor of love that essentially honors the ancestry of all of us, the very popular wellness practices of today and their multicultural roots, in hopes that you can reclaim the wellness practices of your ancestry and with it, your natural state of wellness. So as I said, we're going to be here talking about each chapter of the book, one day per chapter. Today is day 2. So we're going to talk about plants that help us heal. And that's chapter 2. And I want to read an excerpt. This is about half a page. So just about 2 minutes worth of reading. And this is the story of my grandmother. I'm not going to read you the whole stories. You have to actually get the book to read the rest of it. But this is a way of honoring Mami Eva, who was my grandmother. And this is what the book says. Mami Eva was a fantastic herbalist, even though she didn't quite refer to herself as one. She ran a de facto daycare center out of her home and sometimes had up to 3 babies and toddlers running all over the house. If a baby in her care was teething, she made a certain tea to soothe their pain. When we bumped our heads and got a huge swollen bump, she mixed things like butter and salt and applied it to the bump, making the swelling and pain go down in minutes. I still do that. It is that effective. She blended ingredients like avocado, eggs, honey, and cinnamon to make hair protein packs, and she knew exactly what to give me to soothe my menstrual cramps. She had dozens of simple yet powerful remedies in her kitchen, or as I now call it, her kitchen pharmacy. My first exposure to things like oil salves, compresses, and other home remedies were at Mami Eva's home, as she helped my sisters, cousins, and me enjoy healthy, happy childhoods with her foods, her plants, and her love. Like Mami Eva, millions of elders all across the world have stories about remedies, plants, and foods they use to address ailments or simple symptoms. Before the advent of modern medicine, every family had to have some basic knowledge of native plants, such as which were beneficial or toxic and how to prepare and administer them as remedies. Historically, that knowledge and those remedies were developed by women, and both were passed down from mother to daughter and from grandmother to grandchild. You have a childhood experience with your own grandmother or great grandmother? Do you remember an auntie who made natural remedies to treat basic ailments, even if they didn't call it alternative or herbal medicine? Whether someone considers using herbs and spices as medicine doesn't make them less valid or effective. Even if you don't know such a person, I encourage you to ask the elders in your family if they have stories about using plants to heal. If asked, parents and grandparents might remember practices they've forgotten about. Record these precious stories, which are as important as family heirlooms. And the memories of these conversations can stay with you forever and empower you to one day pass on the knowledge to the next generation. To me, that is one of the best ways that you can honor your elders, the people in your life that may know a lot more than they're letting on, because we haven't asked them, right? So chances are you will have a great aunt, or your grandmother had a grandmother that you never met, but they have stories. Make sure that you write them down, that you record them. It's critical that we go back to nature and honor our ancestors, all of these women and men that came way before us, but honor our amazing machine, this amazing thing we call a body. And at the same time, we let give this knowledge to the next generation, to the future generation. So whether you're a very young person and you're thinking like, that's not for me, like I don't do gardening, I don't do any of this stuff, like I don't take teas, like I'm all about my soda, that's all good. But I promise you, one day you're going to wish you had recorded and had memory of these amazing stories. So if you haven't gotten a copy of the book, I urge you to get a copy today. Read the chapter on plant medicine. I go through every single corner of the world and the plants that are the most popular today in the modern era and how we're using them. You see these fabulous supplement companies that are selling you bottles of something for like $40, $50, when in fact you can go to your regular local market and get them for just a few dollars, and they're just as effective if you learn to use them properly. So I urge you to learn about the ones that might be from the part of the world that your family is from and get excited about trying them. And if not, try others from other parts of the world, or ones that you already know and you love. Get to know them a little bit more. You'll see little charts like this one showing you what are the plants that I think are the most popular and more ubiquitous, the ones that have the biggest safety data behind them, and the ones that are there that you can use immediately and notice the difference almost immediately. So make sure that if you have any questions about this topic or any of the other topics on this challenge, that you share your comments or questions in the comment section. Make sure that you share this video with your elders and all of your other friends, even those people that are not elder, and that you subscribe for more tips and a jolt of motivation for your healthy, happy, and beautiful life. See you soon. See you tomorrow. We're going to talk about, I think it's going